All praises to the Creator, Yah. I just wanted we were doing a premiere yesterday, and um Earth explained to me that Stephen he did a um premiere where he was telling a dream. And I'm gonna give Brad a few minutes to get on here. It's smoking here because I am burning I'm smudging the place. I'm burning frankincense. This is frankincense that I'm burning. So I'm burning frankincense. So I get my frankincense like this, like that, and I just burn it. I burn it on my stove and I circulate it. I got a fan back there and I circulate it through the house like that. So, and this is my hyssop that I drink hyssop tea. And let me show you this tidbit thing before I'm waiting on people to come on before I talk about my drink. Remember I told you to do this. Now if the air is dirty, you're gonna see it overboard like this. You're gonna see it. I saved this just so I could show it to you. If the air is dirty, it's going to overboard like this. If the air is dirty, so the air is already dirty, people. I saved this one. I usually change it out, but I wanted to show you. But I did change all the other ones out yesterday, but I saved that one just so I can show you all. Here's another one. See, this one, I just changed this one yesterday. Y'all, this air is dirty. Oh my goodness. This air is dirty. Look. I just changed these all out yesterday. Look. This air is dirty. This air is dirty. The air is dirty. All it is doing is cleaning it out. Cleaning the air. This is just a HEPA filter. Hey, J.R. Meadows. So this is just the poor man's HEPA filter. This is just regular salt and water in a glass jar. Regular salt and water in a glass jar. This is the dirty salt that bubbled up. That's dirty salt. That's the air that did that. See how I filled the salt all the way down to there? That's the air that did that. The air did that. That's the dirty. See, when it's clean, it's going to look like this. But I have them by all the windows and by all the doors. So look, it's gonna like that. But when the air came through dirty, it'll bubble over like that. You're at the DMV. Okay, Bill, be safe there, Jared. Yeah, and I literally just changed these out yesterday. Refilled them with water. Yep, that one back there bubbled over too. Oh yes, the air dirty, y'all. The air dirty. This is just a poor man's HEPA filter. That's all it is. It's no witchcraft, no nothing. It's just the way they used to clean the air back in the day when they didn't have electricity. Because in their house, salt in the water. That's it. That's how they clean the air. That's how they did it. So I'm gonna give a few more. I'm not gonna be out here long because I have an appointment at 10 and at 10 a.m. my time, and right now it's 8:46 my time. So Let's play a song, give people a minute, and I will be right back if I can figure out what I do with my remote control. And y'all, I only use my living room, but I have a bedroom and all this other kind of stuff, but I don't use it. I only use my living room. I don't have a studio apartment. Um, I don't have a studio apartment. I have bedroom and all that. I use my bedroom like storage. I didn't even go back there. And then I don't like sleeping to a wall next attached to somebody. I don't like that. So I like to sleep where I'm not attached to people. So I don't know why I'm like that. I've always been like that. I want to sleep at the other end of the house away from people. I don't want to sleep attached to nobody. So that's why I sleep on this end of the house. So because that way I'm not attached to nobody. Because it's people on this other side right to me. There's people on that side of me. So I sleep over here away from everybody. Let's put a quick little song, get people talking. Because I see that we have look like two right now. And then I'll go ahead and tell you about my dream. Sounds of Sanaa seems to not care if I use their songs. Now, these other people complained about me using their songs. So I'm going to use the Yah songs. Be right back. What can I say I do to get through to you? How can I make you see what I give you is free as it was given to me? For life and liberty, through deception and lies with greed in their eyes. Have the nations cause God's people to care and know not the way of salvation. But instead, just require you into yourself. And one last one, mercy and love. Only build the world. Worship you, see who is reigning will be. One day, man shall be redeemed. Remnant shall be redeemed. We were lost, and we were this new life I found, living for Elohim. How I long for the day to hear God say, son, you've been redeemed. Grace and mercy was given to me when I was falling. Now I purpose my mind to press forth the Lord with his heart falling. Shalom, shalom, peace, and Baruchings to the families. Now, I'm just here to talk about the dream that the Most High Yah. I'm just sitting on my bed. Say, hey, Bishop. Hey, Bishop. Let me make sure y'all can hear me before I'm sitting here talking and realize that y'all cannot hear me. I've done that before. Yeah, let me see it here. Can y'all hear me? Yep, hear you over there, and then we go over there, and then we'll get this going on about the dream that Abba gave me last night. I told Earth, she asked me, can I tell about the dreams? And I was like, Abba didn't tell me to tell y'all about the dreams. But this dream is yes, this dream he wants y'all to know about. You hear that? He wants y'all to know about. So ever since Sunday, the day after this past Shabbat, every dream, or is it the week before that? No, it has to have been recent. Every dream I've had has been about death. The first dream was about this woman, her son died, and I was even freaking out because I thought it was my son. I'm telling you, my dreams are so vivid that I believe that I'm there. Like they're so vivid. I can feel the stuff, that I can feel the furniture, I can feel the water, I can feel whatever it is that's going on around me. I can see, like when I told you I had to dream about the tornadoes, I could feel the wind from the tornadoes. I can feel it. It is that vivid to me. And then once I have them that vivid, I never forget them. I will never, ever, ever forget it. And what's going on is my dreams are becoming more frequent that are vivid, because usually they're like 1 or 2 a year, or 3 or 4 a year, but now they're like day, every day, and they're vivid and they're clear. And I got more. The most I've ever had was last year and up into this year, where they was just vivid, where they was clear as day, where I could see them, like I couldn't pretend like. And then I keep telling y'all that they they they're so, they come to me like when watching a movie. That's how they come to me. And so the first one was, there was this woman, she was looking for a son. He had been BK'd. And then the next one was, there was a bunch of people BK. Then the next one was these people fighting, and they were all BK, both sides, not one side or the other side. They BK'd each other. Everybody died. Then last night, this one, this is what Abba needs y'all to understand and understand. The world has been contaminated. Like, everything has been contaminated by these people. He showed me that when he looked down, he see poop everywhere, poop, 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 poop everywhere. So I left work, and y'all know I used to be a chef. So he always showed me as a chef working. That lets me know I'm working. But we know now that I'm not a chef, I'm retired, but my job now is to teach Abba Yah's laws, his statutes, and commandments. When he showed me leave my job, I left the job and I went around out of my job, went down the street, and I turned in front of the courthouse. Now, he always shows me the courthouse, the courthouse that I remember. He usually, okay, let me take that back. He usually shows me the courthouse that I remember when I was a child. But this time he did not show me that courthouse. This time he showed me the courthouse that I'm familiar with right now. The one that I'm familiar with, like literally the one down the street. And that's never happened. Usually when he showed me things, he shows me, this is how he shows me stuff from my past. That the first thing that I took account to for something, whether it was a school, whether it was a house, whether it was a grandparent, whether it was the first job, something like that. But this time, last night in my dream, that courthouse was this courthouse. So I walked away from my job, which is here on Yah Only channels, teaching Abba Yah's law, statutes, commandments. So I left. I went to the courthouse because it's not too far from where I'm at. I can walk to it, and I walked in front of the courthouse. And remember, I'm telling you, as I'm looking, there's poop everywhere. There's like poop. And remember, Abba doesn't like it. Remember, he tells us to bury our poop. So that means that they contaminated our world, our land, with something nasty that Abba doesn't like, which is blood worship, idol worship, spilling blood on the land. Abba does not like this. We're supposed to, when the blood is emptied out, if you actually read it the way you're supposed to read it, when it's empty, it's burned. It's burned. The life of the blood is burned. So this is why Abba has to come back and burn the world. Because they even taught you in Christianity the first time he flooded it. This time he's going to have to burn it. Why? Because we contaminated the whole earth with blood all over the place. So he's showing me the contamination. He was showing me the contamination. You were walking, I would see something that would have just like a little poop on it, and some poop over here, some poop over there. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like, oh, that's how he showed me. So then I get to the courthouse. Y'all. And I'm telling you, this is coming in my eye like a movie. It will never, it once it's, I know it's from Abba Yah, it does not leave. It will never, ever, ever, ever leave. Now, if it's something he don't want me to see or something he don't want me to tell y'all, he will close my eyes in the dream. It's like I'll be seeing, and then also he'll close my eyes where I can't see what that was, and then he'll open my eyes up where I can see it. But he'll certain things he will close my eyes and it's like, I don't want you to see this yet, and I don't want you to know this yet. I don't want you to tell this yet. But so I will first sent a flood in the water. The flood in the water, and it was, and I was standing on the courthouse lawn. Now remember the courthouse lawn. Abba is the judge. Abba is the righteous judge. Nobody judges but Abba. You have to know your scriptures to be able, you have to know the Abba's laws and the Abba's scriptures to be able to um, um, translate the information in your dreams. If you don't know these laws, you would not be able to translate them right. You would not be able to. And if you're adding to his laws, you're going to translate it wrong. If you're taking away from his laws, you're going to translate it wrong. So, I was standing in the courthouse lawn. So I watched it. I stood there like there was the sidewalk, and then I'm standing here on this side of the sidewalk. I was on the lawn, but the courthouse was behind me. I could, even though I was looking at the streets, I could still see the courthouse behind me. How you can see my shepherd road behind me, but at the same time, I can see it, even though I'm looking towards you because it's in the video. So I could see the courthouse. And then I watched Abba wash the place with water. He cleaned with water. He was cleansing it. So he cleansed with fire and water. He cleansed with fire and water. So, and he said when he take us to the fire, if we count on him, depend on him, we don't have to worry about when the fire come, when all this happened, we'd be straight. Now, then all of a sudden these vendors show up. The vendors look like me. The vendors look like me, and they had food and all this kind of stuff, and cheesecakes and all these different things and all that. And I looked over into this trash can and I saw this yellow pair of shoes, and they were my size, but they were torn. And I picked them up and I threw them in the trash. I suddenly had trash bags and I threw it in the trash. So we know now that those shoes, that was the way I was walking. That was because y'all got to remember, I'm a big girl. So I'm like, some shoes I can wear a size 10 if it's according to how they're made. Some shoes I can wear 11 according to how they're made. Some shoes, if they're not pointy, if they're blocked off, I gotta get a size 12. But if they're pointy, I can do a 10 or 11 if they're pointy. But if they're blocked off, like have a square at the top, I got to go to a 12. But in the dream, I looked in there and I saw those were my shoes, but I realized those shoes were my old way of walking. And so I picked them up and threw them in the trash. And I picked them up and threw them. When I realized the trash bags that I had, I had lots of trash bags. So that means we were trained in so many ways. There's so much trash that has to be thrown away. And I was working on us cleaning out that trash, but I was throwing away some trash of the way I used to walk. That was some trash, yellow. And I didn't even look up the word yellow. What is yellow? Biblical meaning of yellow. It can mean two things. It represents positive concept like gold, divine glory, light, and the harvest, while also negative aspect, it means disease. So I threw away the diseased way of talking because I knew that this was, I looked at those shoes and I picked them and they were ripped. And I picked them and threw them in the trash. I threw them in this trash. And then right when I did that, the lady was like, "Hey, do you want some of this? Want some of this cheesecake? Do you want some of this? Do you want some cheesecake?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I guess I'm gonna buy some for later." And so I opened up my purse now. My purse was filled with all types of papers and all types of money. I'm talking about it was filled. That was the stuff that I was supposed to have, that I was supposed to be having right now. But the Most High said He would give it back, the things that they stole from me. And I'm talking about it was money, all types of money, all types of paperwork. And the word I'm getting is deeds, and getting land paperwork, deeds, homes. I'm getting stuff that they put their name on that was not supposed to be theirs, that belonged to me. I opened up my purse and saw it, and I took the money out, and she told me the amount, and I cannot remember the amount, but I gave her a $5 bill. And I gave the $5 bill to her. She handed me the cheesecake. So when she handed me the cheesecake, all of a sudden, we all stopped what we're doing, and looked back. Now these people all look like me. They all copper color Indians, y'all, looking like me. Looking like me, all different women, daughters of Zion, DOZs. So then we all, right when she handed me the cheesecake, did you hear that? Right when she handed me the cheesecake, we all stopped and looked back at the courthouse. We turned around and looked at the courthouse, y'all, and these big, like, how do I keep there? They were trains, but they were detached from each other, but it was a bunch of trains pulled up on the courthouse lawn. And I could hear people in these big, and they were stacked high as the sky. And they was different, but you can see the train thing where they were going to attach themselves back, but they were detached on the line. And there was it was filled. I can't even number them. They were coming. They were coming. And they're coming. I was coming. And so I was standing there. We were standing there. We were looking, and we heard the sounds. And my nosy self, the reason why I wanted to get on it, because it sounded like I heard a child. So I was like, "Oh, can I get on there and look?" So I got on there and looked, and these were souls, people, and there were body bags, and there was all different type of language. People were speaking. The Native Americans talk. They were speaking Spanish. They were speaking all different types of languages. And then when I heard the baby, y'all, I looked down those body bag. In that body bag, and it said, "Baby boy Z, baby boy this, baby boy that." And and then because I heard, and you can hear their souls talking in the bag, and you can hear their souls. And then I looked, and the guy shut the door, and I said, "Hold up." I said, "No, no, no, no. I don't belong on this train." I said, "I don't belong on this train." Like that. And he said, "Oh, okay." The guy that was driving, and he looked back, and he said, "Oh," and he opened door up and let me off. And then he shut the door, y'all, and you could see it was the train. And y'all, this was souls. These were souls on that train. And then Abba said, I heard Abba say they were found guilty. These souls were found guilty. These souls, and remember, I told you it was body bags, and it was baby. It was a baby. It sounded like a baby crying. That's what made me want to get on there and see. And I was like, oh, yeah. And he let me out. And then the train started pulling out from the courthouse. The train started, and then more started pulling up, picking. Remember, this is Judgment Day. Abba said everybody's going to be judged on the same day. Abba said everybody is going to be judged on the exact same day. You're going to be found guilty, or you're going to be found, and you are going to be getting your recompense, your reward. I got my reward. Because when I opened up my purse, y'all, let me give you an example. So this is one of my purses. Now, the stuff was in the purse, and it was stuffed to the rim, y'all. This ain't even, it was stuffed to the rim with money and paperwork. And I knew, even though I didn't read the paperwork, and there was money here, money out there, money over here, but then there was papers, and it was stuffed to the rim. When I opened up the thing, it was stuffed to the rim. So that was I got my rewards, that the things that was owed to me back. And those people were found guilty, and they were at the courthouse, Abba's court. Remember, Abba is going to be Abba is the only judge. There is no other judge. And I will read that to you. So that is in Joel 3:2. Y'all, I'm gonna have to wear my glasses right here. Y'all know I can't see without these glasses. Bishop's over there taking him a good old bath. Oh, come here, book. I should read it on my phone. Joel 3-14. No, it'll take too long. I already got it right here. Bishop. Do. Abba is our only judge. We don't have any other judge. 2-14. Turn that light on too. Yeah, my vision is bad. And it will happen after this, that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters will prophesy, and your elders will dream. Wait a minute. Dream dreams, and your young men will see visions, even also upon the slaves and upon the maidservants. In those days I will pour out my spirits, and I will set wonders in the heavens and the earth, and the blood and the fire. That's Abba. And the pillars of smoke, and the sun will turn to darkness, and the moon to blood red, before the coming of the great and awesome day of the Most High Yah. And it will be that anyone that calls of the name of the Most High Yah will escape. Anyone that calls on the name of the Most High Yah will escape. For on the mountain of Zion in Jerusalem, there will be refugees as will be refuge, as the Most High Yah said, among the survivors whom the Most High Yah summons. This can't be right. My book is different than their book, so it must be. I'm just going to read all of 4. I bet their book, because there is no 14 of Joel 3 in my book. But I keep forgetting I have a different book. So I'm just keep reading. Keep on the time. For behold, in those days, and at that time, when I bring back the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather all the nations. Okay, I see what's going on. My book has a 4, y'all book don't. All the nations, and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will contend with them. Most High said it will be him. He said nobody else. It will be him and him alone. It'll be him and him alone. He said, and I will gather all the nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will contend with them, and they're concerning my people and my possession, Israel. He said, I'm contend with y'all for messing with my people, my children. Now, my dream last night, y'all, vivid as it can be. Vivid as it can be. Abba let me know that these people were judged guilty. These souls, there wasn't bodies in those trains. There were souls. There were souls. And they were found, Abba said he found them guilty. And Abba's the only judge. He's the only one. There will not be nobody else. He says, I will gather all the nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will contend with them. They're concerning my people and my possession, Israel, that they dispersed among the nations, and they divided up my land. They dispersed my children among the nations, and y'all divided up my land. We are not supposed to be divided. They shouldn't have been divided up our land. And they did it because Abba is the one said that gave us land, each land. It ain't nobody on earth that should not have land. He gave everybody land. And y'all walking around here talking about people don't have land. You ain't got no land. Like that lady told me a few weeks back. You ain't got no land. She's a lie. The devil is a lie. Satan is a lie. Lucifer is a lie. That's Lucifer's baby. When I see people telling lies like that, I know they Lucifer's children. They the seed of Lucifer's. Lucifer got a seed walking this earth, y'all. What do y'all think happened in the garden? What do y'all think the mark of Cain, all that is? What do you think that is? What do you think all that stuff was? It's Lucifer's babies. But y'all ain't ready for that. It's a lot of stuff y'all ain't ready for. We ain't all human. There's such people as mankind. Don't you notice he said mankind? The Most High has meant the word mankind, then he has the word humans, because those are two different species. Two different species. Until y'all accept that. And these people are our enemies. And y'all allowing our enemies to feed us, to school your children, to make government. Y'all allowing the seed of Lucifer himself. We're not supposed to be allowing these people to come over us. We all supposed to get along. No, you can't get along with Lucifer. Where does it tell you we're supposed to be able to get along with Lucifer? We cannot entertain Lucifer. We're supposed to get away from him. What's wrong with y'all? Why are y'all doing this? Lucifer ain't supposed to be teaching us nothing. They the one. Lucifer is the one that wrote into our scriptures blood sacrifices of animals and blood sacrifices of people. Abba never taught that. And they're going to be judged guilty for this, for sacrificing sweet little animals and sweet little babies and people and his children. The Most High said, I'm going to contend with these people. Y'all don't know what y'all doing when it comes to these things. Now y'all up here, that thing that Martin Luther King did, I don't know if he was an infiltrator or not, because there's different things they talk about him. But the one thing he was wrong about is we are not supposed to be getting along with our enemies. We are not supposed to be hanging with our enemies. That has never been taught in this book. That's taught in Christianity. This is not taught in our book. We're supposed to stay away from our enemies. We ain't supposed to live with them. We ain't supposed to eat with them. We ain't supposed to dine with them. We ain't supposed to be fellowshipping with them, and we ain't supposed to be friends with them. We ain't supposed to all just get along with them. If they cross the line and mess with us, we're supposed to put our boots in their ass. That ain't what I'm saying. That's what this book says. That's why they don't want you to read in this book. That's why they told you this book was done away with. That's why they lied and gave you that New Testament. They don't want you listening to people like me, Mr. Real Talk, these other people. They don't want y'all listening to these folks. Because we're trying to tell y'all something that's going to save y'all. I told you, he showed me that the disease shoes, I finally took them out. That was bringing disease. And they were in the trash, and I took all up and threw in the trash. And there was a lot of trash that I was carrying around, that I was throwing it away finally. Y'all, we are in it now. We have come into the new year, the 5786. We're in the new year. Abba has a year of harvest, then he has the beginning of the year of trumpets. Y'all saw last night with me the moon go over the mountain, the crescent moon go over the mountain. Y'all saw it. I blew the trumpet. We're in the new year. And this year is all about asking Abba. This year is all about Abba showing up and showing out judgment. Let me read this again. Abba's the only one who's going to be doing judgment. There's nobody else. And he said, I'm going to contend with the people who split up my people, because we were all not supposed to be split up. There was only supposed to have been the tribe of Judah. What was it? What was the land of Judah? Judah was some of the Levites, the Benjamites, and in the tribe of Judah. They were not supposed to be going over and putting their hands on Ephraim, on Manasseh, on any of the other tribes. And he's going to get y'all for that. That's why he always says in Isaiah 52 that y'all took my people for no reason. If you truly knew what y'all was reading, that y'all took us for no reason, all of us. It wasn't supposed to be all of us. Was not supposed to be all of us. And y'all did it, and he said y'all being found guilty. There was baby souls. Those were souls. Those wasn't bodies, those were souls. And they were speaking all type of languages. So for y'all people talking about y'all Native American, y'all was on that train too. Y'all was on that train too. Spanish people, Spanish speaking people. It was all different types of people, different peoples on that train. I saw this for myself, and Abba told me they were found guilty. Guilty. There were souls, and the train was picking them up. They was picking them up. They were moving up. I got on the train and looked for myself. And we were standing on the outside, and we turned around and looked at all these trains, and they were coming, y'all. They were coming. It's in my eyes. If I knew how to do an AI video, I would make the videos of these trains for y'all, but I don't know how to do that. So since I don't know how to do that, I just got to tell you, if I can know how to, if Abba would send somebody to teach me how to do it, I'll do it. But let's read this, and I'm gonna get on out here because I got an appointment. For behold, in those days, and at that time, when I will bring back the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather all the nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. That means I was standing in the valley of Jehoshaphat. And that courthouse that I saw was right down the street from me. Right down the street from me. Usually I'm somewhere else where I grew up. This time it was right down the street from where I live. I could walk to it. And I will contend with them. They're concerning my people. My people is capitalized. And my possession, Israel, that they dispersed among the nations, and they divided up my land, and they cast lots upon my people. Remember, we just talked about there's good lots, and then there's bad lots. There's righteous divination lots, and then these are wicked divination lots. They cast wicked lots for lots, L-O-T-S, upon my people. And they gave boys for harlots' fees. Y'all sold our sons for sexual depravity. And they sold the girls for wine. And they sold them for y'all to be drinking the daughters' bloods. And then they drank it. They sold the girls for wine, and then they drank it. Y'all drank our blood. Y'all drank our blood. And they gave the boys over for harlots. Y'all sexed up our sons and unalived our daughters and drank our blood. This is what I'm reading right here. Y'all were drinking the blood of the children of Israel, of the daughters of Zion. Why were y'all doing that? Why did y'all do that, other nations? Why were y'all drinking our blood? Remember the cookbook, The Delectable Negro? That's not fake. Let me show it to you. It ain't fake. It's Mr. Little. It is right here. Pulled it right up. It's a cookbook on how to cook our people. It's a cookbook on how to cook our people. Look. The scriptural that they did this. They were cooking the daughter. They was eating the daughters of Zion. Look. They won awards for a book on how to cook us. It's not a joke. It's a real book. Look. Them y'all Christians. That's your Christians right there. The one that teach y'all. Them your Christians. Human consumption and Homo erectus within slave country. How to sexual up and eat us. This is a book on how to sex us up and eat us. Did I just read that? Didn't I just read that? I just read y'all this in Joel 4. I just read y'all this in Joel 4. Joel 4. In my book, it may be 3 in your book. Because it says 3 through 14 for the battle of Jehoshaphat. So your book, it may be there's a Joel in your book. Wait a minute, I can't play right now. Yeah, there's a Joel 4 in your book as well, but it start. Let's see. Okay, so in y'all book, all right. So yeah, y'all got a Joel 4. Let me get back to this so I can get off of here because y'all know I'll be on here. I got 20 minutes. Okay, so I just showed y'all that they did what? They sold the girls for wine and then they drank it. They drank the blood of the daughters and then they sexed up the sons. I just showed you the deductible Negro. I just showed it to you. That was real. And Abba said they did it. So Abba ain't lying on it. I just showed you the book. I just showed you what they did. He said, I'm going to contend with them for what they did to my people in slavery. He said, I'm going to contend. He said, they casted lots for my people. And they gave the boys for harlots. And they sold the girls for wine, and they drank the blood of the daughters. And also, what are you to me, O Tyre, Sidon, and all the districts of Philistia? Are you paying requital to me? And if you are requiting me, swiftly and soon will I return your requital upon your head. I'm going to find y'all guilty of what y'all did to these babies. For you have taken my silver and my gold, and you have brought my desirable and good possessions to your palaces. And you sold the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem to the children of the Greeks. To the children of the Greeks. Oh, isn't that a Greek book y'all read? Ain't that a Greek New Testament that y'all read? Ain't it in Greek? Ain't it in Greek? He said, I'm finna get y'all for this. Greeks. Who was the one that brought the Greek New Testament over here? Ain't that the Christians? Ain't that the Anglo-Saxons? Ain't that the Caucasians? Ain't them the one that brought that over here? Them and they flunkies? The Hamites? Huh? Ain't they the one came over here with the Crusades? Ain't that them? Well, I was telling you, he judged them guilty. He's telling you, he's reading it in the book of Joel. But it was like, this is done away with. This is done away with. They are damn lie. This is in the valley of Jehoshaphat on Judgment Day. He judging them for what they did. He said, y'all sold my children for slaves. Who know the slaves around here? Who know the people who've been slaves around here? So then we must be his kids. We must be his kids then. We must be the kids of the first and last, the beginning and the creator of the heavens and the earth, the only one who can give judgment. Because that's what I'm reading about. And that was my dream was about last night. He found y'all guilty. He said, I heard him clear as day. I found them guilty. And y'all going to be taken. Y'all souls were being loaded up on trains, y'all souls. And when I walked in there, y'all souls were in body bags. And there was names on those body bags, and all those souls were still speaking. A soul don't die. Body dies, but soul don't. Soul cannot die. A body can, but a soul cannot. Daniel 12 says, some people are going to wake up from out of the dust to everlasting life. And some people are going to wake up to everlasting abhorrence. Because the soul lives forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Shalom. Shalom, kings and queens coaching group. Shalom. Peace and Baruch is to you, family. They done lied to y'all. I'm reading it right here. He said these people they done stole my children, Judah and my children of Jerusalem. They sold them to the children of the Greeks in order to distance them from their borders. Abba didn't say they could do that. Abba didn't say that. This is why in Isaiah, and I keep reiterating, in Isaiah 52, the Most High says, they took you down into captivity for no reason, because they was only supposed to punish the ones, not everybody, like that guy on Mr. Real Talk Sting yesterday said, well, all of y'all were killing out. No, not all of us. No, it was not all of us that did that. There was only 3 that did it. But y'all took it upon yourself to take all of us. All of us didn't do that. Now later on, Ephraim got with the Christian church and started teaching and passed a collection plate. But we had never been guilty of killing our children and over to Moab. We ain't never been guilty of that. We weren't guilty of that. We didn't do that, but we did pass the collection plate. And he got us for that shit too. You didn't get, don't think that he didn't get away. He didn't get us for that. The Most High Yah is a fair judge. Let me read this again for the people in the back. The people who sitting here thinking that y'all done got away with what y'all did. Well, that slavery is in the past, not to Abba. Not to Abba. It's written right here in Joel 4. He gonna get y'all asses for what y'all did. Who are the only people who were slaved across the world? So-called black people, right? I didn't answer that. Abba did. So-called black people. So the so-called black people who were slaved across the world, who his children did? Who his children? Who are the true Israelites? Who are they? I'm just reading from you out of the scriptures. This ain't what Tessa think. This is what the scriptures say. When I come to you what Abba say. This ain't what Tessa say. I'm just a vessel being used by the Creator, the first, the last, the beginning, and end. Y'all ass gonna get BK'd, B-A'd, B2, boot to ass. Y'all want to know what those acronyms are? B2A means boot to ass by the Creator Yah. BK, brutally and killed by the Abba Yah. B8, brutally annihilated by Abba Yah. Not by us. Your judgment came from him. He's the only judge. The only reason I started reading this is because it says here that the Most High Yah is the only one who will do judgment on Judgment Day, which is in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which has not happened. It couldn't have happened. Now, Abba just showed me in the dream last night. The whole reason I started this is because the dream I had last night, I was on the courthouse lawn. And the courthouse was right down the street from my house. And I was standing on that lawn. And I heard Abba say that these people were found guilty. And trains was pulling up and picking up their souls, y'all. Their souls was in body bags on this train. And Jesus, this person, and excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry for saying the name of that fallen deity. I'm sorry. JC is gonna be a judge. Y'all a damn lie. It says it right here. In Joel 4, for behold, in those days, at that time, let me start where I was before. And it will happen after this, that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your elders will dream prophetic dreams, and your young men will see visions. Even also upon the slaves, and upon my book says slaves, and upon the maidservants in those days, I will pour out my spirit, and I will set wonders in the heavens and on the earth. Blood and fire and pillars of smoke. What is blood and fire and pillars of smoke, y'all? What's blood and fire and pillars of smoke? Blood, fire, pillars of smoke. What is that? What's a pillar of smoke? What is smoke gonna come from? We are not already talking about a eruption of a volcano. The sun will turn to darkness and the moon to blood. We just had that happen. That's why we say Tav X. The Aleph and the Tav showed up over America on April 8th, and the sun went down at noon. There's another verse that said that I will bring the sun down at noon. I will make it dark at noon. That's how we know which day it is. And it made the Tav X, Aleph and the Tav over America. That lets you know that this is Abba's land. That's why we say Tav X. And it's the moon into blood. The moon into blood happened this year in March. We had a blood moon in America. And before the coming of the great and awesome day of the Most High Yah, and it will be that anyone who calls in the name of the Most High Yah will escape. Did he say any other name? No, he said the name of his name. Y'all will escape. For on the mountain of Zion and in Jerusalem, there will be refuge, as the Most High Yah said, and among the survivors whom the Most High Yah summoned to Zion. For behold, in those days, and at that time, I will bring back the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. I will gather all the nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. He said, all of them. Y'all, judgment day almost here. He ain't finna play with y'all. This ain't no joke. He said, I'm gonna gather y'all. I said, I will gather. That means there's nobody else gonna be on that day of judgment. It'll be just Abba Yah. And I will contend with them. They're concerning my people. My people is capitalized. In my possession, Israel. Who is Israel? Israel is not a land. Israel is a people. Because we was named after our great grandfather, Jacob, whose name is Israel. It's not a land, it's a people. That they dispersed. They dispersed Israel among the nations. So how did y'all disperse the land among the nations? To the other nations. So y'all picked the dirt up and took it, or y'all took the people? And they divided up my land, and they cast the lots upon my people. And they gave boys for harlots. Y'all sexed up the boys, and I just showed y'all the delectable Negro. And they sold the girls for wine, and they drank the girls' blood. Y'all drank the blood of the daughters of Zion. And also, what are you to me, O Tyre and Sidon? Tyre and Sidon, Tyre and Sidon, and all the districts of Philistia, Phillstia. Are you paying requital to me? He said, y'all trying to bribe me. Y'all trying to pay requital. Y'all trying to pay for a requital. You know what requital means? Found not guilty. To be found not guilty. Y'all trying to pay for it with what? By drinking the blood of a demigod and eat his body. He said, y'all trying to pay for an requital. No. And if you are requiting me, he said, you're requiting me, swiftly soon I will return your requital upon your head. I'm going to find you guilty, he says. Why? For you have taken my silver and my gold, and you have brought my desirable and good possessions to your palaces. You took my stuff from my land, which is the Americas. Y'all took all our stuff and took it to y'all land. Y'all took our shit off this land and took it to your land. And you sold the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem to the children of the Greeks. He said, I'm going to get you for selling the children of Jerusalem and the children of Judah to the Greeks. Who over this land right now? How many times I got to say this? Who over this land? Ain't y'all reading out of a Greek New Testament? Ain't y'all reading out of a Greek New Testament? Y'all call it the New Testament? The only new covenant Abba made with us is he's going to place the law in our hearts so we never sin again, so we can live forever. And ain't no New Testament. The Tanakh ain't been fulfilled yet. Or he wouldn't be telling y'all right here in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, they're going to be found guilty for selling us into slavery, and for drinking the blood of the daughters of Zion, and for taking our sons and turning them into harlots. Y'all sexing up the children. And I just showed you. I'm going to show this again. Y'all nasty asses. See, I was just answering that. Y'all nasty asses. It's going to get y'all nasty asses. Your nasty selves. This is how to consume the Negroes. This book is on how to consume Negroes and on how to sex these children up. This is what this book is about. This book is about. How to eat us. You don't want to show it now. No, y'all gonna show this. Don't try to hide it now that you're being called out. Look, how to consume us, how to eat us and sex us up. That's what this book is about. The Delectable Negro. And it won awards. And it won awards. And it won awards. And it won awards. And y'all award finna be on y'all head, you Greeks. And you Tyree and you Philistine. Let's get on so I can get off of here. In order to distance them from their borders, behold, I will rouse them from the place to which you sold them. And I will return your requital upon your head, Greeks, upon your head, Philistia, upon your head, Tyre, upon your head, Sidon. And I will sell your sons and daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they will sell them to the Sabaeans, to a distant people. For the Most High Yah has spoken. That is your guilty thing, because you sold our children. Your children finna get sold. And I told you this started out because of a dream that I had. Y'all were found guilty, 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 guilty. I have to go. I got an appointment in a few minutes. Thank goodness they're coming over here. Y'all need to, this has not been fulfilled. This has not been fulfilled. It's not happened yet. That's why they tell you don't have to read the Tanakh, what y'all call the Old Testament. You ain't got to read it because it was already fulfilled. How could it be possibly fulfilled? How? When Judgment Day ain't happened yet. Judgment Day tells you what Judgment Day is, what's going to happen on Judgment Day in Joel 4. And right before Judgment Day, the sun was going to go down in noonday. The moon going to turn to blood. And there is going to be pillars of smoke and blood. That's wars. And pillars of smoke and all type pillars of smoke, fire, and bloodshed all over the earth. Ain't there earthquakes happening all over the earth right now? Ain't there wars all over the earth right now? Ain't there fires all over the earth right now? Huh? Ain't that happening right now as we speak? And he's like, we're right before the Judgment Day. When I bring y'all down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, before I bring y'all down, oh, he wants me to read this. Go down to 18. And it shall be on that day that the mountains will drip with wine, and hills will flow with milk, and the water courses of Judah will flow with water, and the spring will go out from the house of the Most High Yah, and the water of the valley of Shittim. Egypt will become a desolation. Edom will become a desolate wilderness because of the robbery of the children of Judah, and for they shed innocent blood in the land. Because y'all shed innocent blood in the land. Y'all shed innocent blood. Because y'all did this, y'all gonna come. Edom will become desolate, and so will Egypt. Y'all shed the blood of innocent little children. He says up here, y'all was selling little boys for harlots and selling little girls, not women, little girls. And y'all was slaughtering them and drinking them for wine. And y'all even made a cookbook on how to do it. He says here, Egypt will become desolate and Edom will become a desolate wilderness. He says Judah will exist forever and Jerusalem from generation to generation. He says, though I cleanse their bloodshed, I will not cleanse when the Most High Yah dwell in Zion. The Most High Yah is going to dwell in Zion. The Most High Yah is going to dwell on earth. He said, I will not cleanse y'all. I would not do it. He says, he says here, multitudes upon multitudes will fall in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which will be changed to the valley of the final decision. For the day of the Most High Yah is near. In the valley of Jehoshaphat, which was changed to the valley of the final decisions. And the sun and the moon have become blackened, and the stars would have withdrawn their shine. So it couldn't have happened yet. And the Most High Yah will roar from Zion and will emit his voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth will tremble. But the Most High Yah will be a shelter for his people and a stronghold for the children of Israel. Thus you who know that I am the Most High Yah, your God, who dwells in Zion, my holy mountain. Jerusalem will be holy, and the aliens, if you are not Jerusalemite, if you're not Israelite, you will no longer be able to come there. Do y'all hear what Abba said? Y'all were found guilty for what y'all did, Greeks and Philistines and Tyre and Sidon. Go and look up who them people is. Y'all gonna find out they're Caucasians. Them Caucasians. Go on find out. Now, y'all proselyte who cleave to the Most High Yah only and do follow his laws, his statutes and commandments, you're gonna be straight. You'll be straight. But those who don't cleave to the Most High Yah, y'all gonna get the boot to ass, B to the A. Y'all gonna get the BK, the brutally killed. Y'all gonna get the BA. Nah, I have to get out of here. Now I love the Most High Yah, and I thank him for allowing me to be a vessel to be used to bring that judgment to the earth. And y'all have a Baruch day and everything, and stay prayed up. Remember, those who call on the name of Yah only, who call in the name of Yah only, will be saved. All praises to the Most High Yah only. Hallelujah. Woo!